For the second game in a row, Newcastle have been absolutely shocking, but still come away with a result. How come? Yeah, everyone, welcome to The Last Word. So the good news is that we've managed to scrape through, but not in good fashion once again. And it is becoming alarming. We're going to hear from Adam very, very shortly about the topic, because Bruce's luck will run out at some point. It really will. The lads have talked about it earlier on tonight. You cannot play football like that, 2 games running, and think that you're going to get results. 3 games, really, if you want to include the Brighton one, Brighton, Spurs, and tonight. It's not good enough. Luck will run out, and we've got Burnley on the weekend. We can't keep playing poorly because this is luck. The last 2 results is luck. We've got a VAR decision against Spurs, and tonight we've got through on penalties. We'll digest the game in a second. Let's take a look at the lineup that Bruce went with. I can't really question the lineup. It's a strong lineup. You would expect Newcastle to get through. Andy Carroll on his own up top, though. Not a big fan of that. Why are you changing the system just for Andy Carroll? If you have to play a striker up top, you've got Joe Litton on the bench. There you go. Gillespie was in goal. Manquillo, Krath, Fernandez, Lewis with the back 4-5. Shelvey and Sean Longstaff were in the middle. Obviously, Matty's still injured at the minute. Murphy on the right. Almiron, nice to see him starting. And Fraser on the left again. Another one nice to see him starting. Carroll up top. But Newport come flying out the blocks within the first 5 minutes, hit the ball. Great technique. And the man that I pointed out in the preview, Tristan Abrahams, casually side foots it, but the goalkeeper, Mark Gillespie's got to do a lot better. It's very, very poor. And it's not even League 2 standard goalkeeping, that, to be fair. He's got to be doing better than that. It nearly cost the tune. It nearly did. You can see why he's number 3. Because 3 games in, he's already done 1 major error. I mean, I might be picking on him a little bit, but that's not good enough for me. It's not. And then there was obviously a few shots by Murphy in the first half. He had 3 in total. Obviously, Murphy had the most shots of that with any player tonight, but Murphy was bright. A couple of them were parried by Townsend. One of them went wide. Shelvey should have done a lot better when Manquillo's cross was headed down by Fraser. Shelvey miskicks it. There weren't clear-cut chances, but at least Murphy was trying to do something. Murphy in the first half was much more the brighter. And of course, Newport themselves nearly scored when a cross from the left was touched down onto Bennett, and his curling shot just went wide. And obviously Ormond shoots over just shortly after as well inside the box. But the first half, Newport, for me, shaded it. Probably, yes, they were the better side. And it's alarming because Spurs totally dominated one on the weekend. This is a League 2 outfit, and I don't want to be discrediting Newport because Newport were brilliant tonight. Newport, for me, probably deserved on the overall side of things because of the look where you're on the Premier League and League 2 with stature. They'll probably say that they deserve to go through. Maybe some of that I agree with some extent to it. Of course, as the game went on, Newcastle, of course, did get into it and started dominating it, but playing against League 2 sides, 3 divisions low, was struggling to score. We've seen both Fraser and Almiron into the second half now. Can't beat Townsend. Townsend's way off his line. For me, again, they should be doing better. In particular, Fraser, I felt in that section. And a double change was made just after the hour mark, and I felt it was needed. Carroll and Almiron, who for me didn't impress tonight. And then we've seen Joe Litton, who was a bit more brighter. Wilson, obviously, movement up top. Wilson didn't get much chances, but what he does bring is he's a runner. He creates space. If it's not for himself, it's for others because he pulls and drags defenders out of position. So, of course, we're seeing Fabian Schär come on later on in the game. It was nice to see Fabian Schär because it gives Bruce a lot more options at the back. Because for me, Emil Kraft's not a centre-back and Isaac Hayden's played there against Spurs. Not for me. At least it gives Bruce a bit more options there. And, of course, a lot of crosses were coming in. Murphy had a curler go just wide. And then we're thinking we're getting out here. I generally thought that we were going out. I already had the thumbnails already done for the YouTube videos tonight and I had to redo them because Shelvey puts in an absolute beautiful finish inside the box, curler, top corner. Saves Newcastle's skin. Remember, there's no extra time. Newcastle were pressing for the last 10-15 minutes. A couple of half chances, but nothing major. But Newcastle doesn't deserve to draw for me. Should have buried the game first half, but we didn't create enough to bury it for me. And then obviously Newport cleared it literally off the line in the dying seconds. But we went to penalties. Wilson scored. Joe Litton missed our second one. When Joe Litton missed it, the lad's going to get some stick in the morning. He's going to get some stick. But obviously every single one of us then went and scored. You see Fabian Schär, Jonjo, Jacob Murphy, Sean Longstaff. Obviously Gillespie pulled off 2 saves, which maybe redeemed himself for the goal. Maybe, but not for me. Should be doing better anyways for the goal. But Newcastle are poor at the minute. And I know we should be thankful that we're in the quarterfinals of the EFL Cup. And you would be, but we've played lower league sides, and I think it's a concern. I think it's right that we're bringing up, because we're not playing very well and we're getting outbossed by Spurs. I can take it because they're a better side than us, but the manner we just surrendered on the weekend, and Sunday just thought, nah, you just have the ball, we're just going to sit. I didn't like that tactic. And tonight, large periods, Newport with a better side, not all the way through the game, but large periods, and Adam's fed up with it as well. Adam, over to you.
Thanks, Lee. It's Adam here from Newcastle Fans TV. Oh, well, anyone who watched that, absolutely piss poor, as we was slowly getting used to under Bruce. Us as fans, we keep trying to keep the faith a bit, but that's 3 games in a row now. The performance being absolutely fucking shocking. Brighton, we were shocking. Tottenham, we were shocking. Tonight was the worst for me personally. Again, no disrespect Newport. Good luck Newport for the rest of the season. We somehow stole the result off you. I thought that was even worse fucking steal than Tottenham was. Every player was... I can't really see a good word about many of them. Shelvey got the equaliser, but for the whole game he wasn't very good. We got there on penalties. I'm really struggling to think of many good things to say. I don't like to be a negative fan on the channel, but we really, really need to pull our finger out this season. And if that means Bruce has to go, then Bruce has to go. Absolutely buzzing me through the quarterfinals. I can't wait for the next tie. I really can't. I love a cup game, me. Unfortunate Newport, but how are the fucking lads? Absolutely meant to get through there. Jacob Murphy, maybe he's the only one to come through, a bit credit, but fuck it, we're through.
Yeah, so Adam's not very happy either. Now, so we're through. That's the benefit of it. Obviously, we'll have a preview for Burnley coming up on the weekend. The game where we're meant to be going back to the stadium, but obviously that's been halted by the government for a long, long time. But if you want to get involved more in the communication, more in the community, remember there is the Flick app. So if you want to get in touch and obviously interact with what everyone is saying, download it. It's free. Search for Newcastle United, and there you go. And we're talking about, we'll do polls. Who was man of the match tonight? We've got quizzes on there, all sorts. But even though we're through, I'm still feeling a bit negative tonight because we're not playing well. And it's alarming. It is very much alarming. But that is your last word for you. What I would have now then, actually, before we wrap up, is what would you, out the last 2 games, we've got 2 draws technically, obviously, Newport penalties. What would you score that? Because for me, I'm struggling to get it a 1. That's how negative I am, even though there are, if you say, you got a point at the White Hart Lane before the game, you would take it. If you got through the quarterfinal of the League Cup, you would take it. But on the flip side, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with the performance whatsoever. Ta-ra everyone. Bye-bye.